Всем привет, друзья! Today we are going to be practicing our Russian language skills. I have 30 minutes on the clock, and I am going to read aloud some Russian vocabulary, practice my pronunciation, my cadence, all that good stuff one needs to be able to speak more confidently and fluidly in their target language. Before we get started, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, that would mean the world to me. That would make me super happy. And without further ado, let's get into our language learning. So, just a heads up, I'm using a app to review vocabulary, but instead of having the instructions be in English, it is in Spanish, which is my secondary language. So if I'm a little slow, it just might be because it'll take me a second to register everything, because nothing I'm looking at is actually in my native language, English. So, 30 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Гений, 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 genius. Ты гений, ты гений, ты гений. That means you're a genius. Literally, what I'm saying is you genius. And before we go any further, I would just like to address the rumors about the e, oi, 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 e sound. I probably sound ridiculous, but I wanted to say that the is really not that hard, but as I'm saying it, I probably realize that I'm not saying it correctly. But regardless, with a little practice, that's all you need to improve and get your confidence up. Больной, больной. That means sick. Now here we have, after the, I forget what the letter is called, but after the L sound, we do have our soft sign. So that means that we should take our tongue and put it near the palate of our mouth, like the very top part. Больной, больной. Болен, болен, болен. Болен, болен. That also means sick. Счастливый, счастливый, счастливый. That means happy. Счастливый, счастливый. Alright, you know what? Let me actually edit this so I can get more words in like a single round. Sorry, bear with me for one moment. I forgot what I'm doing. Okay. Here we go. And I'm sorry if you hear a barking dog in the background. That is my puppy, who's not actually a puppy. She's an old lady. But all dogs can be puppies. Счастлив, счастлив, счастлив. This also means happy, but this is the like abbreviated version. And if my memory serves correct, the V sound is going to turn into an F sound. So we would have счастлив, счастлив. Next we have грустный, 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 грустный. That means sad. Злой, злой, злой. Angry. Неправ, Niprav. Niprav. Now here we have the N, we have like the NE. So there's going to be that ever so slight push of our tongue towards the front of the mouth. So it's not going to be ni, more like ni. If you can hear it, good. If you can't, that's fine too. But I'm really trying to be decent and really trying to, pay attention to all the different little nuances so I can improve in all regards. Ni prav. Ni prav. And again, the V sound at the end is almost going to turn into an F just because it is, I guess, more easy to say, and it doesn't matter what language you're in, people are kind of lazy and they like making things easy. So, ni prav. Pravilni. 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 That means correct. Голодный. 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 That means hungry. And, I think that one of the most difficult things when it comes to learning Russian is definitely paying attention to the stress and paying attention to when that O sound becomes an A sound. So it's not голодный, it's голодный. Хотеть. Хотеть. That means to want. Хотеть. And again, we have that little Y sound between the T, the E, and the T. And the second T is followed by the soft sign. So it's not T, it's T. Хотеть. Ты хочешь. Ты хочешь. You want. Ты хочешь. Пить. Пить. Pete. To drink. Beber. Устать. 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 That means to become tired. To be tired. Estar cansado. Cansarse. Я счастлив. Я счастлив. Estoy contento. I'm happy. But keep in mind, that's something a man would say. Because I'm a woman, I would say, Я счастлива. Я счастлива. Estoy contenta. I'm happy. Ты счастлив. Ты счастлив. Estás contento. You're happy. And we have the abbreviated form. Ты счастлива. Ты счастлива. Estás contenta. You are happy to a woman, and this is in the abbreviated form. Ты счастлива. Ты счастлив. Estás contento? Are you happy? Ты счастлив. Я не прав. Я не прав. Я не прав. Me equivoco? Am I incorrect? Am I wrong? Я голоден. Я голоден. Я голоден. Tengo hambre. I'm hungry. Ты хочешь пить? Ты хочешь пить? ¿Quieres beber? ¿Quieres beber algo? Do you want to drink? Are you thirsty? Do you want to drink something? Английский. Inglés. Angliski. Angliski. English. Anglicanin. Anglichantka. Inglés. Inglesa. This is an Englishman or an English woman. Ruski. 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 All right, so embarrassing, but there are so many there are so many different I guess variations and declensions and versions of Rus that I do oftentimes get them a little confused. Like there's it's yeah, you can say Russian, but it's are you talking about a Russian person, the Russian language, like a Russian city? So there's all going to be different ways to phrase what you're trying to say. So I have to always kind of make sure that I'm being a little careful with this. And, also with pronunciation, it's not Ruski, Ruski, it's Ruski. You have that emphasis on the U sound, Ruski. And you also have the double C/S. So I have to train my brain to kind of hang out on that S sound. Ruski. 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 Ruskaya. Ruski. Ruskaya. So in Spanish, we would have Ruso or Rusa, and this is Russian as an adjective. So Russian man, Russian woman. Ati, 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 atu, itu, ati, and you. Ты русский. Ты русский. Eres ruso? Are you Russian to a man? Ты русская. Ты русская. Eres rusa? Are you Russian to a woman? Я не русский. Я не русский. No soy ruso. I am not Russian, and that's something a man would say. Я не русская. Я не русская. No soy rusa. I'm not Russian, said by a woman. Номер, номер, номер. And again, so this is number, like a phone number or a hotel number. Like a number is chisla, I think. Chislo. I could be mistaken. But with this, something to pay attention to is it's not nomer, like rhyming with Homer Simpson. It's nomier. 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 So remembering that little Y sound. Телефон. Телефон. And we have telephone. But again, we have our little Y sounds and we have our stress that we need to be cognizant of. Телефон. 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 Or in Spanish, teléfono. Or in English, telephone. Телефон. Номер телефона. Номер телефона. Número de teléfono. Telephone number. Again, super fun. We just need to always make sure that we have our pronunciation and our stress in the right place. And please, if you are either a native Russian speaker or a diaspora speaker or just somebody who wishes to be a Russian speaker. And if you notice I'm doing something wrong, please don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. We're all here to help each other learn and grow. And, mistakes are how we learn. Один. Один. Uno, solo, number one. Один. Два, two. Три, three. Четыре. Четыре. Four. This word always messes me up. Четыре. Пять, five. Шесть. Шесть, six. Семь. Семь, seven. Восемь, eight. Девять, nine. Десять. Десять. Number 10. Какой. Какой. ¿Qué or cuál? And какой it's like which in English, I believe. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty, which. Alright, next we have all the different ways to say my. So there are 3 different genders in Russian, and there's 3 genders, and then there is the plural. And so what form of my you use needs to match with whichever adjective is, not adjective, I apologize. The pronoun you use needs to match the gender of the noun. So if you have a male noun, you are going to say muy. And this rhymes with boy. Muy boy. If you have a female noun, you are going to say maya. Maya. If you have a neutral noun, it is mayo. Mayo. And if you have something in plural, regardless of the initial gender of that noun, you are going to say mai. Mai. Muy, maya, mayo, mai. Muy, maya, muy. Blah, blah. Muy, maya, mayo, mai. I thought this was so difficult and confusing when I first started learning. I really did. Now I'm just kind of like, easy. The same thing's going to happen with if I want to say yours. So we have твой, твоя, твое, твои. Твой, твоя, твое, твои. Какой у тебя номер телефона? Какой у тебя номер телефона? What's your telephone number? ¿Cuál es su número de teléfono? Мой номер телефона. Мой номер телефона. Мой номер телефона. Mi número de teléfono es. My telephone number is ... Ponímat. 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 Entender, comprender, to understand. Я понимаю. Я понимаю. Я понимаю. Entiendo. I understand. Ты понимаешь. Ты понимаешь. You understand. Entiendes. Он понимает. Он понимает. Он понимает. Entiende. He understands. Мы понимаем. Мы понимаем. Мы понимаем. Мы понимаем. Entendemos. We understand. Hooray! So much fun. Вы понимаете. Вы понимаете. Вы понимаете. Entienden. So, this is actually where Russian and Spanish are somewhat similar. The we form is either speaking to a group or is like the respectful form. So, вы понимаете is ustedes entienden. They understand or you formal understand. Они понимают. Они понимают. They understand. Ellos entienden. Excuse me. Before I started recording, I was eating almonds. And almonds are so delicious, but sometimes they kind of taste like sawdust. And I left my tea on the other counter, and I don't want to get up and get it. So I guess I'm just going to suffer in silence. Such is life. Alright, I lost my tab. Oh no. What happened? Нужен. 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 Tener que, deber de. So, нужен is like a need to do something. Yeah, that's like you need to do something. Помощь. 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 Ayudar. Help. Помощь. Помощь. Мне нужна помощь. Мне нужна помощь. Мне нужна помощь. Necesito ayuda. I need help. Yes. Мне нужна помощь. Сказать. 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 Alright, so with this, I need to remember that the emphasis is going to be on the second A. Сказать. 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 Decir, to tell, to say. Как сказать blank по-русски? Как сказать blank по-русски? Как сказать remote по-русски? Как сказать almond по-русски? Как сказать... Oh my god, what was that noise? I'm so confused. Whatever. Ты понимаешь? Ты понимаешь? Ты понимаешь? ¿Entiendes? Do you understand? Знать. 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 Saber, to know. Я тоже. Я тоже. Я тоже. Yo también. Me too. Я тоже нет. Yo tampoco. Me neither. Я тоже нет. Oh my gosh. This is a scary big Russian word. Познакомиться. 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 Conocer a alguien por primera vez. To meet someone for the first time. Yeah. Приятно. 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 Placentero. Alright, so I know like очень приятно is like a more casual way of saying nice to meet you, right? So приятно means it means good, right? Or pleasant, something like that. Приятно познакомиться. Приятно познакомиться. Encantado de conocerte. Okay, no, this is not a Spanish video. This is a Russian video. Приятно познакомиться. Nice to meet you. Отлично. Отлично. That means like awesome, amazing. But, you know, I read once in a book that if you're speaking with a native Russian speaker and they're asking you how you are, как дела, just say like нормально or, what else you could say? I'm forgetting. That's embarrassing. Or like хорошо. Don't say like отлично because like it's just not the culture. Like it's not like America where you're expected to be fine and dandy all the time. Like you like if you said that to a Russian person, they'd be like, "Is this person on drugs?" Which I'm actually sure that's not true. I'm sure people say that to each other all the time if they're genuinely doing great. But I think that the textbook just wanted to provide a little bit of context and like a little bit of a fair warning. Вот, вот, вот. Aquí, ahora, esto. Вот is like here. So it's like, let's just say I'm a waitress at a cafe and I'm handing you a yummy drink that you ordered. I could say, вот, пожалуйста. Like, вот, пожалуйста. Please take it. Here you go. Oh my gosh, stop. That's the next phrase. Stop. Вот, пожалуйста. Вот, пожалуйста. Добро пожаловать. Добро пожаловать. Bienvenido. Welcome. Добро пожаловать. Добро пожаловать в удивительный цифровой цирк. Здоровье. 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 Salud. Health. I saw a really funny AI slap video before, or as they say in Russian, ii slop. And somebody on the internet made I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. Somebody on the internet made like a little cartoon series of AI cartoons, but instead of, bunnies and kitties or fruits, what like the normal AI slop is, it's literally different military missiles and ships and weapons, like in cartoon forms, introducing themselves to the audience. And, they're just like talking to you about all the different military capabilities and destruction they can, enact. But it's like they're Lightning McQueen. It is really bizarre, but also oddly educational. And one of the ones from Russia was like, Za Starovie, and I was dying. I probably sound like a schizophrenic right now. I promise I'm normal. I just like being online a lot. На здоровье. На здоровье. На здоровье. Удача. 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 Suerte. Luck. Россия. 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 Russia. Откуда? 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 Another thing that took me a while to get the grasp of was Russia having 3 different words for there. There's, no, not where. No, not there, where. There are different words for there too, though. Wow. but there's откуда, which is where from. There's куда, which is where to. And then there's just где, which is there, like as in it's located there. So again, that was just something I definitely had to wrap my little head around. Is, from. Откуда ты? Откуда ты? Откуда ты? Why do I sound so weird? Откуда ты? Откуда ты? Where are you from? Говорит. Говорит. To talk, hablar, говорит. Ты говоришь по-русски. Ты говоришь по-русски. Ты говоришь по-русски. I think to help me with the sound, I think the trick is going to be pulling my tongue back as I'm going to say the word and not just like preemptively pulling my tongue back. I think that's where I can definitely level up a bit. Я говорю по-английски. Я говорю по-английски. Hablo inglés. I speak English. Конечно. 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 Por supuesto. Of course. Ты очень хорош. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Ты очень хорошо говоришь по-русски. Ты очень хорошо говоришь по-русски. Ты очень хорошо говоришь по-русски. Hablas ruso muy bien. You speak Russian really well, which is something I actually have been told I speak Russian well. But I know it's not true. I think people are just like when I've spoken to people in real life, I think they're just impressed that like this random American girl can somewhat kind of keep up, and that's what's impressive to them. Not my actual linguistic skills, but hey, a compliment's a compliment. Alright, my friends, that is time minye para. I hope everyone is having a great, lovely day wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. God bless you. Let's spread positivity by loving languages. XOXO. We'll be back.